Joined this morning by Winter High School head football coach Dan Aaker. Coach, wrapping the regular season up, as crazy as that may seem, but here we are at the end of the season. Uh, Road trip last week to Redfield to take on the Redfield Dolan Pheasants. A lot of good size and a lot of good athletes on that team. Warriors played well.
Yeah, and I thought they fought us. I really did. And looking at them coming in, I wasn't really sure they had. They had some. I think I mentioned last week they played some good games early. It looked like they'd struggled the last two, and we talked to our guys, and even as a coaching staff, and even me in particular, sometimes this year we've been used to getting things in such big chunks, and we really kind of had to sustain some drives early, and then probably threw more than we normally would. But I think just the patience of that's what we needed. I did kind of mention, I think maybe on our interview last week, that we hadn't had to have sustained drives all year. And then when we finally did, I felt like I was getting kind of frustrated on the sidelines because we're only getting 6-7 yards of carry, which is ridiculous. So it was good for us to have to do that. It was good to see a team that really, that fought and scrapped. I think, their senior night and possibly their last game of the year, you expect that sort of thing, and then I thought we handled the road trip fine. We did throw more, and that was kind of the plan going in. We needed to work on a few things and some formations and stuff that we've been working on for 6 weeks and hadn't been able to run the game. I thought Drew played very well. Isaac made some nice catches. We got a good screen play in there. Windsor ran well, and I think he was frustrated after the Parkson game because he didn't think he felt like he ran very well in that game. So he kind of bounced back, but all in all, defensively, once again, just solid, and our defense is playing really, really good and really kind of leading us and giving us good field position. But from top to bottom, I think there was a lot of pluses. We played well. We had a team that didn't lay down and then kept fighting us, and it was a nice long road trip that was good to get under our belt as well. So a lot of positives, yes.
I'm going to go ahead and refrain from any inadvertent whistle questions as well, Coach.
That was a little frustrating, but that is what it is, I guess.
Coach, this week you have the Jones County White River Wolverines in their first year as a co-op. I know it's something that we haven't experienced, but just talk about the challenges that might present as a coach.
From their end or our end?
Yeah, from their end.
From their end, yes. I think it'd be hard, and I think the way they're my understanding is they split practices and then kind of come together. That would be extremely hard for them to kind of doing it pretty good. I think says a lot for them. I think it's really hard. Has to be really hard, I would think, for when you're not together every day and getting continuity and everything that comes with our offense and defense. So, they won 3 games, so I think it must be working out okay for them. But it's a situation I don't think I'd want to be coaching in. I know that.
Sure. So, what do you know about the Wolverines coming in?
Good size up front, decent speed in the backfield. They kind of simplified things from earlier in the year. I think they were maybe trying to do a little too much on pistol and double wing and then spread it out a little bit. And last couple of games, they really just went to a single tight end, double wing, similar to what we run, and a lot of similar plays. And then they will spread it out with some trips type stuff and screens and kind of shorter passes. But for us, it comes down to the same things. We really expect to completely control the line of scrimmage, and we need to do that. And then defensively, just get after them and stop that run game. And the weather is going to be a little iffy, I think, and so if we're going to, and that's one thing that we kind of believe in as you get this time of year is you need to be able to run the ball, and if you can stop teams from running the ball, weather can have a big part of that. Makes it tougher to throw. So our things stay the same. They're coming off a lot of points against Crow Creek last week. I guess I haven't really looked at their playoff picture. I don't know if this is a game that if they can get it. I don't know. I guess, but nonetheless, it's a regular season game. The end of the regular season. So just like kind of Redfield, that was theirs last year. You're going to get that extra effort, I think, from some teams just because that could be their last, especially for the seniors. And from our end, it's just a matter of we got to keep momentum going and kind of use this as our last little catapult into the playoffs, which is obviously less than a week away now. So
the schedule starts to change a little bit. You don't have that consistent schedule Um, I'm assuming you'll probably add a practice or two here or there as time allows. Kind of a fun time of the year, but an intense next, hopefully about 3 weeks for you, correct, Coach?
Yeah, this week actually kind of somewhat helps a little bit, I think, because it starts now with the altered schedule, and you lose a day, and so it kind of prepares our guys. But we've talked about that with the team already. It really turns into a whirlwind if you keep advancing. There's gonna be time you're not even sure what day it is, and that's okay. It's a lot of mental stuff now. There's not much you're going to be changing or doing, or if you're not prepared for reading your keys and playing your position now, it's probably not going to happen. So it's more turns into prep for who you're going to see. And but I kind of like this last week playing on Thursday just because it kind of gets you a feel of what happens here as you move forward. But yeah, you know, there's going to be some weekend practices and things like that as you get ready. And but that's what it is, and that's what makes it fun, I think. And we're excited for the postseason here, and hopefully continue what we've kind of did so far this year and keep going.
Coach, you talked about the weather a little bit. I know rain's supposed to be coming. You've been blessed with some really beautiful weather this year in the regular season. Uh, does that change much for the Warriors?
No, it doesn't really. Other than the extra focus on ball security, but that's what we do is it's kind of geared to not really affect that. We've had some pretty rainy practices. The weekend we got excuse me, a lot of rain. I forgot to turn the sprinklers off on the practice field, so we practiced 3 days in pretty sloppy conditions up there. So I think that we're fairly used to that in terms of securing the ball and what it kind of feels like to changing directions and things, and you can only prepare for that so much. But as far as game plan and throwing the ball and special teams and things like that, it doesn't affect us at all. And sometimes we feel we maybe have an advantage if the weather's not so well, because I think it's something that we just would deal with and then continue doing what we're doing.
Last question. Outside of Bolton, pretty healthy team at this point going into the playoffs?
Yeah, Cameron Kyle's been battling a groin, and we backed him off this week. And I'm not 100% sure if he's going to play much or at all tonight. And it's not because he can't. It's more of this will be the last time that we get to rest him as we go into it. So we're still kicking that idea around. But he did go Monday, but then Tuesday, Wednesday. We didn't let him do anything, and it just it's been bothering him. It's the last time to get rest, so we'll see what we do with him. I don't think I'm overly concerned playoffs with him. It's just a nagging thing that maybe a few days can help make it be better when we get to the playoffs. So.
Very well. Best of luck against Jones County White River Wolverines, Coach.
All right, thanks, Bob.